Good morning, happy Monday, happy spring. Welcome to Cards and Coffee. Everything that you need to know about this series is in the description box. But I do want to say that next week I will be starting on a different series within Cards and Coffee where every morning I will be choosing or going through the major arcana, and we will be having a dialogue with each of the archetypes in the major arcana. I will be sharing with you a new book that I've received, or maybe a few new books that I just purchased. If you want to do some more exploration on your own, but that will be next week. Also, if you have any questions that you would like me to do, just kind of like a short personal reading for you, I would love for you to send those questions to Honeybee You Tarot. Maintain your confidentiality. Any details I will maintain as much as possible. If you want me to use a pseudonym, I can do that. But send them to honeybeeyoutarot@gmail.com. And if I get enough to make either, I don't know, a weekend, maybe a weekend special, you know, to do these readings or to answer one question per day, I'll let you know. So that's coming up in terms of kind of other interesting things that I'm trying to do or interested in doing or exploring. Okay, and so let's get on with it. We're using the interactive cards from Internal Family Systems to look at parts of self. And let's see what is going on, or which part of self wants to be seen and heard. I'm recording this on a gorgeous Sunday, March 21st. Y'all, I would have some spring looking clothes on, but I can't fit into a darn thing that I have. So I'm still looking much like winter, and that's okay. All right, let's see here. So some of the ones that we've already looked at, I'm going to put back in the deck. Can I see that one? Oh, okay. I'm feeling good. One of these cards looks kind of sad to me, and hoping that looks like there's some torn energy between some. Well, you know what? This would be appropriate to have some torn energy between feeling joy and happy and excited and another sad child card coming up. That's pretty consistent with what we're all going through right now. So, okay, very good. Okay, so this is the part that wants to be seen and heard right now. Okay, this card very much reminds me of the Hermit card in Tarot. It reminds me of the Temperance card in some ways, mostly because we've got the heron or the crane that's flying over the head, and you know he's okay. Let me just say, we have a person in meditation sitting under a tree, almost as if they are one with the tree. They're in a golden orb. There is a crane or a egret flying above its head, also with a little golden orb. This person is in like yoga wear, I guess. It's light purple, sitting on a blanket on top of a rock. The blanket is purple. He's sitting right at the edge, or it is sitting right at the edge. They are sitting right at the edge. There's a white lotus blooming forth. So real meditative energy. Okay, let's see what this part wants to say today. Oof. You see that? I meant to bring this a little bit further or closer. I didn't. Okay. Okay, starting at the base chakra. For anyone who's new, I'm using the chakra or energy centers to form the dialogue. Okay, so we're starting at the base chakra with I have. Okay, what? Also, I do not take giant stacks. Like if for some reason a whole bunch of cards come flying out or a giant stack flips over, I don't, it's too much. I try to get a little bit more succinct messages because for me, that's a sign that it's, more complicated. Anyway. Okay, so I have, okay, a burden with, so 10 of wands with the 9 of wands at the bottom of the deck. Okay. There is something potentially very heavy, emotionally, physically, mentally, it doesn't matter what, that this person is dealing with and contemplating on and reflecting, looking back, allowing itself to take a rest in order to probably connect with its journey, to connect with where it's been, the lessons learned, the wisdom gained, if there's anything that it's thinking about, whether it wants to even move forward and to take on even yet another leg in this journey, or is it time to recognize it's time to put this burden down? If I feel like that is probably why this person is seeking to go within and to gain some clarity from its highest, wisest self. Okay, I want, which I think is very appropriate right now. I want, so now we're looking at the sacral chakra, the creativity center, the sexuality center, partnerships. The burden could have to do with money, legacies, and that's because underneath the Nine of Wands, was the 10 of Pentacles. And underneath that was the Fool card. So beginnings, endings, where am I going? Where have I been? Do I want to go any further? What is my legacy? What do I want to, whatever I do, I'm going to be probably dealing with or setting up a legacy of sorts from this. So it's really important that this part wants to go in. Okay, so what I want, got the Hierophant card, okay, with the Knight of Pentacles, okay. Could be wanting to build or work towards manifesting some sort of a commitment of the higher level, right? Looking at values, integrity, commitments, ethics, belief systems, and potentially wanting to build on them. Are they building something new in terms of like connecting to meditating and having a different understanding of meditation, that it doesn't have to like erase other belief systems? It can be incorporated into belief systems. It could be, you know, just creating new spiritual practices. It could be deciding on whether to move into building a committed relationship, actually, after heartbreak, after healing, after it's creating some, could be creating some, after some time of heartbreak that created anxiety, or just a lot of fears, you know, kind of in the middle of the night. But whatever it's thinking about, it's moving, it's change coming in, but it's slow moving, right? With the Knight of Pentacles. Like, this isn't someone that is going to rush into anything. Slow build. Being very careful with their movements, offer, or if an offer is coming in, being very clear, methodical, mindful, wise on what that would mean, right? Because you're take a vow and make a commitment, or talking about your beliefs and values. It's not something that we do like if we're serious impulsively. Okay, I can. So looking at the solar plexus, I can, or I will. Okay, I will, can, or I will take some time out. So this can be a card of like, you know, I don't want to see, I don't want to know, you know, almost like denial. But for me, I see a situation many times, the way I read it is, this always amazes me how I'll just suddenly notice something out of a card. I've never, ever noticed this on her before. Or it, on this being. The little yellow feet. Okay, it's almost like they're going to take action. They want to take action. However, for me, this card often is about needing to shut out the noise, the external noise, other people's opinions, other people's thoughts, other, even the internal dialogue, right? That we know is just what ifing and analysis paralysis. And it's almost like, no, I need to just sit and be still and connect with my higher, wiser self, maybe until I know more, maybe until I know more about myself, my wants, my needs, my senses, how I'm feeling, or I need more information about the situation at hand. And so I can move when I'm ready. I'm just not ready right now. Like I'm needing a little more clarity here. I'm needing to understand potentially like what's going to be required of me. What am I going to have to give? Right. Is this a balanced situation? What is going to be expected of me? What do I want in the situation? What am I ready to give in the situation? Is the information that I'm being given just breadcrumbs? Do I need, am I being breadcrumbed? You know, this person doesn't have enough information, so they're going within. Being patient. Crane is patient, or the egret. One of my favorite birds this time of the year. They are all over the place. I mean, or at least they are to me. They're just poking my eye out all the time. You see them flying. They're really building up their nests. I mean, I feel like I see them more often, but I don't know if that's the case or not. But they're always a sign for me because I get very internally frenetic at this time of the year. And I just need to calm my jets, right? Like just calm, stay present, do what I can with what I have. You know, there's just one thing at a time. And if you can't do anything today and all you can do is like rest or calm down or ground or center or whatever, like do that. Otherwise, I just want to peel my skin off. So I'm really relating a lot to this energy and the symbolism here with the crane. You know, just deep breath, be patient. You need a little bit more information, a little bit more time, a little more clarity, a little more trust in the divine timing. I love. Ooh. Okay, well that was a flippy and a floppy, so we're not going to take it. But it wants to come out. Oh, here's the Ace of Cups. This could be... That's interesting. Okay. I think this is about, it's probably about love. It's probably about... Okay, let me look. Whoa. Okay, so we've got the Queen of Cups came out. With the Judgment card at the bottom of the deck, which is kind of is like the card of like resurrection, rebirth, the long journey, the celebration of I wasn't going to say this, but what just came to me was the celebration of the promise of a new day. Celebration of the promise of a new day. And underneath that is the King of Cups. And it's just with the King of Swords. Okay, there could be a choice and the Queen of Wands. Wow, there's all these people here. In the various, everything except for the earth. So emotions, mental, passion, it could be I think this person is, okay, I love, right? They love from their heart, right? They love, it's a very nurturing, intense, love for what they love. Like they know they love in a huge way. And they want, I think this person wants to be very clear on what it is that goes in this cup, because once they make the decision, oh, right, and we were talking about this commitment here. Once they make this decision, it's like they know how intense or all in they can be. And it seems like a willingness to love is coming back, or like a resurrection of their heart space, of their desire to form a relationship, a marriage, a union, is here, but they want to be more balanced. I feel like this person wants to be in a more balanced place. I also think that there's a potential that there's, if anyone's watching this for, a reading other than personal growth, that there's probably a few options available. So, yeah. It's kind of like a matching of energies. Yeah. Okay. I speak. I speak. Ooh. Oh, Magician in reverse with the World card. Okay. May not be ready to speak right now. May not be ready to really say much. The World card is at the bottom of the deck. And the possibility, I guess, is they could be saying, well, I don't know why I just said this, but different things to different people, which I'm not, like, cognitively, I'm not thinking that, but that just popped in my head, and so I have to say it. Different things to different people. maybe saying different things to different people. What I was thinking was they may not be speaking the truth, but I feel like just right off the bat, what I was feeling was they're just not ready yet. They're coming to some sort of a ending or a beginning or a conclusion, or trying to level up in some way, but they aren't quite ready to say what they want to create, who they want to do this with. Like I said, it looks like there's like maybe some options and choices. Okay, so what did I say? Speak, I see. Okay. All right. So there's the Queen of Wands. She was one of the three. So, I mean, I think this person sees the potential, or sees, do I want to say potential? Sees someone as very desirable, passionate, sees this just feels so much more like reading, but let me get quiet here for a second. I guess what I want to say is I think this person sees potential in someone. Maybe it's self, but it's holding back. Holding back in many different ways, right? Holding back what they're saying, holding back, you know, maybe even, you know, restricting, you know, their money, their boundaries, anything that's physical, intangible, just really maintaining, or yeah. Yeah, I'm going to leave it at that. Okay. They see this like potential for something more exciting, an opportunity for, you know, passion, maybe even, you know, just this re-energizing life force, you know, but they're just not ready to take that move, to make the move. They're withholding, they're holding back. Holding back. It's funny because the solar plexus energy, the yellow, is really sticking out for me in all of these cards, whether they're, you know, now she's, you know, a Leo energy, right? The fire energy. Va-va-va-boom. Sees a lot of sexy time here. But I just feel like this part does not want to be impulsive or be led by, you know, that. Okay. And I know. We don't know. Yeah, dig deep. Okay, the moon. Something is hidden. Something is not being revealed. Something needs to come to light. Something is, it's illuminated, but there's still some mystery and some darkness to it. There's still some shadows. Like you can't quite make out, you know, what is that over there, right? In the moonlight. Something's coming up. Something's coming up for me, maybe even that I need to deal with. Now these two are up together again. Okay. I mean, I really want to take a leap of faith. I don't want to be foolish. This is about a legacy for me. This is about building something. And I'm going to be very intentional. But I know that there's something that is still hidden, either within me or within the situation that I need to connect to, right? Okay, so let's do our Chakra Oracle, Chakra Wisdom Oracle cards and look at, why am I here? What is the role of this part? Enlightenment. Okay. Pretty self-explanatory. I'll read a few words out of there. And any fears? What is your fear? Whoa, that went flying. Expansion. With the bottom of the deck is isolation. So interesting. Almost like a conflict, right? Between these two energies. Expanding or remaining isolated, but we'll look that up. The fear. And what would life be like? What would it be like if you did not have to work so hard, if you were not afraid? How would you feel? What would you do? What would it be like if you were not afraid? And I do not read the Oracle, the Chakra Oracle cards in reverse at all, because I read straight out of the book, okay? And it gives you both, it gives you the entire spectrum of that energy. I'm just going to say, be sure that whatever you're speaking, since or hearing even, because that energy center is communicating in both ways, right? Wowzers. That's too much. Make sure you are speaking the truth, and make sure you are hearing the truth and all that you need to hear. So many cards want to come out. Sorry, I'm not going to do that in this, but one for sure did flip first. All right, let's do it this way. Here it is. Oh, I'm over it. Our little friend, the victim card, we've been getting the victim card, or we've been getting trickery, right? Our little friends, okay, through this series. Interesting, which, I mean, I guess that is the energy going on astrologically. Pisces everywhere. So, why am I here? Enlightenment. Enlightenment. If I seek peace, I must embrace my fears. Right. If I seek peace, They are seeking. I must embrace my fears. I think this is probably going to be on the, I don't know how I cannot make this the thumbnail. We'll see. Okay. At this time, your journey is more important than your destination. Remember, if you face your fear, you will grow stronger. Relief awaits. My thoughts always drive my choices. How can I use my thoughts to heal myself? Key ideas, path to enlightenment, the reluctant sage. Right? This is hard to do. It's hard to go in. It's hard to face your shadow. It's hard to do the work where you're really attuning to what is driving you, you know, what are the lessons, what is the wisdom gained, what is still pulling at me, what do I know I need to release. That's hard work. Key ideas, path to enlightenment, the reluctant sage, taking time alone to connect, trusting your intuition, needing solitude, time for reflection. Keywords, support, courage, and confidence. Okay, that's why this part is here. Chills. Expansion is in the fear. All right, what are you fearing? You'll see it when you believe it. Seeking good advice is vital when you are pushing into new territory. Stay away from anyone who is critical of your dreams. This indicates possibly changing your friends. Personal inquiry. How can I create powerful alliances? Are new people entering my life? Wise counsel, fruitful collaboration, spiritual support, state of uncertainty, and being guided. Keywords, counseling, connections, and progress. Okay? I mean, I really feel like the fear is the choice. And, you know, will I make the same mistakes? What do I need to do to make sure that I'm moving forward, that I'm growing, that I've learned my lessons? Okay. And I don't know about this victim card. What's that about? I am not a victim. I choose to do what I'm doing. Okay. So it's if it could trust itself, if it can connect to itself, it understands that it alone has the choice, and there is really nothing to fear here, so long as they're, you know, connecting, you know, connecting with their higher self. That green acorn indicates that being in denial may be holding you back. To move forward, you must make an honest assessment of your situation. How are my actions connected to my inability to create breakthroughs? Am I willing to make new choices in order to grow? Key ideas: feeling blocked, blaming others, past resentment, deluding yourself, and potential for greatness. Potential for greatness. This little acorn, right, holds that seed to be the mighty oak. Keywords: growth, breakthrough, and empowerment. So getting clear, right? So it does, if they weren't having to work so hard to overcome denial, it could be free, right? To grow, to expand. So getting past denial, interesting. Okay, and one final message from Wisdom of the Oracle for Colette Baron Reed. All right. Those of you, if there's anyone here that has never come across my channel before, I do extensively shuffle my cards before I start. And there we go. All right, unfinished symphony could be something you're coming back to and or dealing with, or even a karmic lesson, right? But we have unfinished symphony, number 10 in the protection position. Okay. So let's take a look. Essential meanings: unfinished business, an incomplete lesson, lack of closure, the need to make amends. Okay, so in the protection position, we have, when unfinished business casts a shadow over your life, it is a reminder that procrastination is a form of self-sabotage. It is not in your best interest to stall. Even stumbling forward is better than holding back. Don't overthink things or let yourself get distracted. Just tie up any loose ends and deliver the results. Don't quit before the finish line. Spirit wants you to win. Okay. So, you know, this whole, you know, like seeing this opportunity, this potential, this passion, this new drive or sense of reawakening, right? It's like this person, this part can see it, but they're holding back. While it is important to trust yourself, go within, it's also important for us to get clear on whether we're stalling because of fear, or procrastinating based on fear. We need to get clear on what it will, fear of what? What are we afraid of? What if it's truly like, I'm just not settled yet. I need more information. I want to connect to my higher, wiser self. I want to make sure that I'm not acting also impulsively and in ways that I've acted before and in ways that have, you know, hurt myself or others. Like that is also important. So, you know, very interesting to see this part come out at this time, because it's very, you know, appropriate. Okay, so that is all I have. Once again, happy spring. Oh my gosh, lots to celebrate with spring, right? And thank you for being here and for tapping like, subscribe, sharing, leaving me a comment. I so appreciate it. Thank you and be well. Bye-bye.